Alright, so what are you asking me?
Oh, that's
the biceps femoris.
from the dorsal and femoral group.
Basically, it's like an arm if you look at it like that, right?
Femoral meaning the back of the head.
Okay, these are part of your hamstrings. I'm sure you've heard of your
Yes.
hamstrings and your quadriceps. So your hamstrings is the biceps femoris, which is this one, which is the more lateral of the two muscles, the biceps femoris. And then it looks like there's two muscles on top of each other, semitendinosus and semimembranosus. Together, these muscles make up your hamstrings, right? Hamstrings and quadriceps. So biceps femoris is the more lateral. And then we have the medial ones. We have the semitendinosus, superficial, and then deeper to that would be the semimembranosus.
Okay, so
Semitendinosus, semimembranosus, and what's this? Biceps femoris. Remember, why is it biceps femoris? Because this is the femur.
How do we know the semimembranosus and semitendinosus?
Because they're right here, see? Two. And the more superficial is the tendinosus, and then the deeper is the membranosus. So what's this one? Semitendinosus. What about this one? Semimembranosus. And what's this? Biceps femoris.
Just one?
Just one, although it looks like, remember, it looks like they have two heads.
the semitendinosus is medial or
The semitendinosus and membranosus are medial.
medial? Okay.
The biceps femoris is lateral, but one is on top of the other.
One superficial.
One is superficial and one is more deep.
The membranosus is.
I mean, if you go like this, you can get superficial there. But if you're looking from the posterior view, one is more superficial and one is more deep. If you're looking directly posterior. You look to the side, it's superficial. The semimembranosus, semitendinosus. But from posterior view, semitendinosus, semimembranosus.
Membranosus.
Gracia. Gracia.
Oh, the gracilis?
Gracilis.
Oh, we'll talk about that. Right here. This is the gracilis, right here. The inner thigh muscle. The inner thigh, what is this called?
Gracilis. We're not at the gracilis. We're at the sartorius. The ventral.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I skipped the whole thing. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Next is sartorius. Yeah.
The sartorius. Sartorius. Right. So this would be the. This is no. The sartorius is this crisscross muscle right here. The sartorius right next to the gracilis. So gracilis, sartorius, this crisscross muscle here. And then if you go down, we have the gastrocnemius. Or am I skipping?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, okay. Let's go further. Gracilis.
No.
Well, then why are we going the sartorius and not doing the
I don't
gracilis?
see the
Gracilis
Gracilis is another group.
Oh, okay. All right.
We're still on the ventral.
Oh, we're this side. Okay. All right. Sorry. Because they're right next to each other in my hand. So I'm like, why are we doing this and not this? All right. So let's go for sartorius. The one that looks like it's a ribbon crisscrossing over. See, look, it looks like it's crisscrossing this little ribbon.
And it's medial.
What is that? Well, it goes from like lateral to medial right here. That's called the sartorius.
And it's
And then we have quadriceps.
superficial.
Now here's the quadriceps. We have the rectus femoris because it's going straight. Then we have the vastus medialis, vastus lateralis. Now they call it quadriceps because there's four muscles. The fourth one is actually internal, which would be deep, would be the vastus intermedialis, but you don't have to know that, I suppose.
Nope.
You just have to know the,
Quadriceps femoris.
no, rectus femoris,
Vastus lateralis.
vastus lateralis, and vastus medialis. So it's
Oh,
like
okay, so-
rectus femoris and then the two. One is medial, one is lateral.
Okay.
So what is
What's
this?
the name of the deep one?
Rectus femoris.
That the deep one is called the vastus intermedialis.
We don't need to know that.
But you don't need to know that. But that's what makes the fourth one, because quadriceps means four. 1, 2, 3, and then the deep
Like
one is quadrants. Right. So 1, 2, 3, and then the deep one fourth. But you only have to be able to identify these three. Right? Because I guess only those three are on your list.
Medial femoral group, gracilis.
Okay, here's the gracilis.
Abductor longus.
Okay, so we have the abductor longus, and here's the abductor magnus.
There's
Okay.
no magnus, it's femoris.
Femoris is the same thing as the magnus. Well, technically the femoris includes the magnus and the brevis, but
So
it's a bigger.
we said the gracilis is the
This one, and
lateral,
this
that's
is the
medial side,
longest, and this is the magnus,
right?
or
Is
the.
that lateral to the body or
It's posterior.
oh, it's medial?
What? The longest?
No, the
It's anterior.
gracilis.
The gracilis is medial. It's right here. It's inner thigh.
Medial inner thigh.
Okay? So longest, and then the femoris or the magnus. In the human, it's better just to call it the magnus. Is this one here, and it goes all back here. All that. It's the magnus.
It's underneath,
Adductor.
underneath the gracilis, right?
Yeah, underneath, then it goes all the way here. So it starts here, goes all the way underneath here. That's the adductor magnus. So abductor longus.
Adductor magnus.
Sartorius. Now you're not going to forget that, are you?
Gastrocnemius.
The gastrocnemius. Well, part of it is gone here. It's this muscle here, your calf muscle, but then underneath is the soleus. So the gastrocnemius is superficial, and then deep to that would be the soleus. So gastrocnemius, and then deep is the soleus.
We call the thing like the Achilles tendon.
That's what attaches it right here to the calcaneus. You have the Achilles tendon. Also called the calcaneus.
Tendon, you can't use your foot off, right?
Okay,
Well, if you cut that, then you won't be able to do this with your foot. You'd have a very difficult
I
time.
saw it in the movie Hostel. He took like wire clippers and like cut the guys.
Yeah, if you do this, then you won't be able to make this foot go. You won't be able to
Calves? Oh, yeah.
do this.
Calves.
Like a wolf.
So you'd have to
wolf.
surgically
Yeah.
attach it.
So how long do we have for it, like, die out? An hour, right? Within an hour?
No, most of the tendons are not
And the soleus
not
is-
very vascular, so
Soleus is like
it doesn't heal very well. But then again, it doesn't.
It's not gonna bleed out.